Willkommen zurück, Teil 3 von The Stanley Parable. Und wir haben jetzt quasi gar keine andere Möglichkeit, als das Spiel wieder von vorne zu beginnen, was ja auch ein bisschen komisch ist. Ja, es war irgendwie möglichkeitsmäßig doch sehr...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Also das kennen wir ja jetzt alles. Wir müssen jetzt hier mal ein bisschen vorankommen. Wo ist denn hier Endgame?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Wir
he
gehen
entered
links.
the door on his left.
Natürlich. Hier waren wir auch
Yet
schon.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Genau. Und da ist der Boss. Und jetzt sind wir in Schnelldurchlauf quasi
Stepping
durch.
into his
Ich
manager's
will wissen,
office, Stanley was
wie das
once again
endet.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Wir haben zur Entspannung noch etwas New Age Musik bekommen.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Ja, okay. Und los geht's. Wir sind quasi wieder auf dem Weg durchs Chefbüro und erleben jetzt hier natürlich die Story wieder von vorne. Und diesmal werden wir ein bisschen was anders machen. Ganz klar. Ich will ja wissen, wie es weitergeht. Auf jeden Fall den Ladescreen, den kenne ich schon. Und hier unten waren wir schon. Es ist aber echt genial, weil es kommt uns ja kein Gegner
Stanley walked
entgegen.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Jetzt gehen wir geradeaus. Mind Control, let's do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room
Nein.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Na klar. Wobei, das letzte Mal, als wir vor diesen Monitoren standen... Naja. Und los geht's.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Na, kann nichts machen, außer weiter. Aber hier oben waren wir ja auch schon, wenn man mal so hinguckt.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But
Ja,
it was
vielleicht
the
waren wir
proof,
wirklich
the
blind.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ja, wir wollen natürlich diese Mind-Control-Geschichte kaputt machen. Da ist ein roter Knopf, aber... Das ist gar kein Knopf. Das sind aber viele Knöpfe. Die können wir alle drücken, aber da passiert nichts. Uiuiuiui. 1, 2. 1, 2, das sind wohl die Entscheidungen. Und ich nehme 2. Nichts passiert. Abgeschlossen. Dann geht's jetzt in Richtung Facility Power. Mind Control Stages. Offline. Hier sind wir richtig. System
And when at
Power.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Wir werden natürlich diese Geschichte abbrechen. Wir möchten das nicht. Mind Control in unserer Firma. Nein. Und nun? Jetzt haben wir die Welt gerettet.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Das ist er.
And yet, even as the immense door
große
slowly
Moment.
opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Klasse.
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Tja. Wow, wow, wow. Da sind wir wieder. Wir haben es quasi geschafft. Wir sind durch. Wir sind einmal quasi komplett durch im Schnellzahl. Und ich will natürlich wissen, unbedingt, was passiert, wenn...
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Ja, bringen wir doch mit, ne? Ich weiß nur noch die Beans und die Spaghetti, glaube ich. Was ist denn der Erzähler? Wir haben das Spiel geschafft. Und haben die Computer ausgemacht. Die können wir nämlich ausmachen. Zu viel zur Computerstimme. Sie ist nämlich nicht mehr da.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Da ist er
doors,
wieder.
he entered the door on his left.
Genauso machen wir das. Und ich will wieder
Yet
an
there was not a
die
single person here
Ja-Nein-Geschichte.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Sehr geil. Das Spiel ist immer noch aktiv. Also, Es heißt ja auch im Ladescreen, das Ende ist niemals das Ende und es lebt ja weiter. Jetzt haben wir diese Stelle ausgelassen und irgendwo sind wir da nicht fertig. Das heißt, vielleicht sind wir wirklich niemals fertig. Es geht immer weiter. Wie oft kriege ich noch Antworten oder Reaktionen auf das, was ich mache, auch wenn ich es schon 5-mal mache. Vielleicht ist auch schon von vornherein klar.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Vielleicht ist links klar, welchen Weg ich gehe als nächstes. Vielleicht ist das...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Of course. We got the strength. Diesmal kann ich aber nichts anklicken. Schade.
Now
jetzt.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Ja, vielleicht.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as
So,
the
Leute,
cold
jetzt geht's
reality of
los.
his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Und wir entscheiden genau, dass sie weiterläuft, die Maschine.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Die Tür ist zu.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh Mann, ich finde den roten Knopf nicht.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Nein! Will nicht sterben.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Nein. Wir haben es nicht geschafft. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich überhaupt hätte schaffen können. Habe ich eine Wahl gehabt? Tja, und damit wären wir wieder am Anfang. Und das nächste Mal geht's einfach weiter in der nächsten Episode. Bis dahin, bleibt dran, macht mit, schreibt mir was. Vielleicht gefällt euch das so sehr. Wie gesagt, das Spiel ist immer noch frisch. Wir haben schon viel gemacht. Wir haben die gleichen Räume durchgeschritten. Aber immer noch verändert sich was. Und das ist super geil. Und so macht das Spaß. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.